Hello, students. So the problem of the day states that we need to factor the expression using the GCF. So when you say GCF, it's the greatest common factor. Common, the same factor in each of the term. So before we do anything else, this expression, is there something that we need to do first? And absolutely right, you are to do combining like terms. These two have the same term. Because you know why? They have the same variables and the same exponent. So we have xyz, and the other one is 40xyz. So 48xyz plus 40xyz, that gives us 88xyz, and the other term is minus 24xy. Now, if you're asking, why can't we subtract 24 from 88 since we have xy and this has xyz? Well, that's the reason why. This doesn't have a z, so it's not the same term. These two are not like terms. Now we need to factor out this two. So, this expression with two terms. Two ways to do this. Well, there's a lot of ways. You know the ladder method, and the other way is just to do the factor tree. So the factor tree is knowing what, if we break this down, what do we have? If we break this down, what do we have? So the factors of 24 we know would be 8 times 3 gets you 24. And we got x times y. So 8 times 3 times x times y really gives you a product of 24xy. And the minus sign stays there for now. The other one would be to do this. So we know we have 8 right here, so we can say, you know what, I'm going to put 8 here. So 8 times something gets me 88, and that's going to be 11. So 8 times 11, and we got x times y times z. So these are in our factor tree, and the minus sign in the middle. Let's just do that. Let's make it easier. So now, what's common? So 8 is common. So that's our GCF, 8. And what else is common? X is common. And there's another x. And y is common. Another y. So we factor out 8x and y from these two terms. Factor out means we're dividing it out. So now, what's left over would be 11 times z minus, we got 3. And you are done. If you were to apply the distributive property, you get 8xy times 11z will give you 88xyz, and 8xy times minus 3 will give you 24xy. So that's it. Now, what if we do a ladder method? So the same problem. So if we do a ladder method, so we'll do the same thing first. We combine like terms. So that's going to give us 88xyz minus 24xy. So sometimes I like using the ladder method because it simplifies things. Ladder method, if you look it up on other resources, check it out. It's like an upside down division. So I do that. And I'm thinking, what number can I divide evenly to 88 and 24? So to these two terms. So what number can I divide out? So, well, technically we know it's 8. Now, if you want to use 2, you can use 2. So if you want to use 2, it will look like this. So I can divide 2 from 88. So 88 divided by 2, that would give me 44. Okay, so let's start with the easier first. Now we got then xyz. Let's start with that first. Minus. So 24 divided by 2 will get us 12xy. Now, what number can go into, can we divide out from 44 and 12? And we know it is 4. So now we got 44 divided by 4. We have 11. xyz minus 12 divided by 4, we got 3xy. Now I did the variables last, so it won't be too confusing. Next, So for the coefficients, this 11 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number. So what's left now would be our exponents. Not exponents, I'm sorry. Our variables. One is x, y, z, and one is x and y. So what's common between these two? It's x and y, x and y. So we can divide x and y. So x and y, xy divided by xy just gives you 1, or just 11z. xy divided by xy would give you just 1. So 3 times 1 is just 3. So this is our leftover. So the numbers outside would be your GCF. So you're gonna multiply this. So your GCF now is 2 times 4 times x times y, and that gives us 8xy. So similar to what we did earlier. So that is our GCF, 8xy. And what's left over is 11z minus 3. And we are done. So this looks like a v, z. So very similar to what we did here. So whatever method you think will work for you, use that.